Capturing images of animals with your camera is always an eventful journey. From seeking out an elusive species to trying to keep your beloved pet still for a shot, getting that perfect image is never boring. Hi everyone, and welcome to week 30 of the 52-week smartphone photography project. This week is all about photographing animals using just your smartphone. Many people might not consider their smartphones capable of capturing high-quality animal photos, but you'd be surprised at the stunning results you can achieve with just a bit of technique and creativity. With that being said, let's get started. The first thing we should look at is how to compose an animal photo. You could have the best smartphone camera on the market, but if the shot is boring, then it won't convey your story correctly. A good way to improve storytelling is to use the rule of thirds. For those that don't know the technique, imagine a grid on your screen and position the animal off-center on one of the outlying intersections. This reveals more of the surrounding area with the animal, adding context and telling a richer story. Foreground interest is another way to improve your animal compositions. By incorporating elements like the ground in front of your subject, you add some depth to your photograph. This will guide the viewer's eye through the image towards your subject and help tell the story. It can also be used to add some mystery to your smartphone animal photos. One of the best compositional techniques is to photograph the animal from their eye level. This perspective is key to forming a direct connection between the viewer and the subject. By aligning your camera at eye level, you emphasize the animal's unique features and expressions, conveying its emotion and character. In my experience, the real magic happens when you blend patience and instinct with creativity, allowing these raw, unforgettable moments to come to life in your photos. This is made much easier using your smartphone, as there are some features that can help. Burst mode is one of those features that can be considered necessary for capturing animal images. They often move around so much that you won't have time to press the shutter, recompose, and shoot again. This quick shot approach almost always gets at least one image that is usable. Luckily, most smartphones will automatically choose the best image for you. Maintaining sharpness on your animal subject is pretty important too, so that's where the focus lock feature comes into play. By locking focus on the animal, you ensure that slight movements don't compromise the sharpness of your shot. It's also best to avoid using flash, as it can startle animals and create undesirable harsh lighting effects. If the natural lighting is good enough, then you should have no problems not using the flash. You know, sometimes smartphone images can be lacking in terms of pop or detail. This is where we can turn to Snapseed to make some final editing touches on the animal photos that we just took. You'll want to start with the Tune Image tool. This is where you can adjust the brightness, contrast, and any other global adjustments you want. You generally want to use this to fix any exposure issues that you may have come across during shooting. From there, you can move on to the Details tool. Here you can sharpen the image to bring out the intricate textures in the animal, adding depth and dimension to the image. If you find that the contrast is lacking, tap on the Curves tool and start by creating 3 points along the line. From there, manipulate the points to create an S and adjust accordingly. The idea with this tool is to bring balance to the highlights and shadows, which will help improve the overall contrast in the image. If you need to do some local adjustments, the Selection tool lets you modify parts of the image. Use it to fix any deep shadows or other anomalies that you want to get rid of. And that's it for this week. Thanks for joining me on this animal photography journey with your smartphone. This week, we showed you how to use different compositional techniques like the rule of thirds to help incorporate the environment into your shots. We learned that burst mode is necessary to capture the subtle movements the animal might make. And we also learned that Snapseed has a variety of ways to enhance your animal photographs, including using the tone curve to help bring out contrast. Now it's your turn to go out and capture some smartphone images of the animals around you. Submit your photos to our community discussion and get feedback from other members. We're excited to see what you photograph, and as always, happy shooting.